Scientists were observing a distant galaxy when it did something very strange. A black hole of gigantic proportions appeared before the eyes of the researchers. A never-before-seen flash of light sent the scientists into a state of confusion. Nobody really knew what had happened in the galaxy SDSS J1335+0730. To this day, experts are still arguing about the answers. We may have witnessed the birth of a galactic center. The mysterious galaxy SDSS J1335+0730 was discovered during the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, and this strange cosmic object quickly became a significant astronomical case. The Sky Survey project identified celestial objects such as galaxies, stars, and quasars and assigned them specific coordinates. Over a period of months, SDSS J1335+0730 became an official astronomical mapping project in 2000. Among the thousands of galaxies the project has recorded, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, or SDSS for short, soon attracted special attention when it suddenly increased in brightness in 2019. At first, the galaxy appeared inactive, so the researchers were all the more astonished by the sudden increase in activity. What had happened? Researchers suspect that the galaxy was activated by an event in which a supermassive black hole devours matter. This rare real-time observation of a galactic awakening went down in the astronomical history books because, scientifically, this case is absolutely unique. The galactic awakening of SDSS J1335+0730. Have you ever wondered how black holes are created? We know that dying stars can leave black holes, but these don't usually develop into galactic centers. The black holes at the center of galaxies like SDSS J1335+0730 have a much more mysterious history. Although we know a lot, researchers still can't quite describe how galactic centers, or even entire galaxies, are actually formed. The black holes at the center of almost every known galaxy are fascinating circumstances for science and probably key elements in cosmic evolution. Now, observing the awakening of such a center in real time is one of the most exciting scientific cases of the last decade. Galactic awakening describes a ray phenomenon in which a previously quiet galaxy suddenly begins to glow intensely. This happens when the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy becomes active and devours material. The matter is heated to extremely high temperatures, emitting light in several wavelengths and creating a striking, long-lasting glow. An exciting event, not only for astronomers but also for anyone witnessing this miracle. We usually imagine black holes at the center of galaxies as standing still in the universe, waiting for something to pass by that they can suck in. Even astronomers thought so for a long time. But now, something completely different has been revealed. Using the Very Large Telescope of the European Southern Observatory, researchers were able to capture a completely different behavior of a black hole for the first time and study the events in detail. Black holes were one of the great mysteries of the universe for a long time. Researchers thought of them as byproducts, the remains of dead stars, and something like blind spots in the middle of the cosmos. Wherever a black hole is located in the fabric of the universe, practically nothing exists. A black hole is not black either, but basically invisible. Nevertheless, these phenomena have a mass, and even an amazing weight. This weight causes them to bend space-time, making them visible to us humans. It got really strange when researchers found out that there is a gigantic black hole in almost every galactic center. Compared to conventional stellar remnants, which have several hundred to 1,000 solar masses, black holes in galactic centers are much larger. The largest among them have several million solar masses. The dimensions of these monsters are therefore difficult for us to comprehend. Nevertheless, they are a universal everyday reality. Even the events in our own galaxy are driven by a large black hole, and the black hole Sagittarius probably also regulates the beautiful shape of our Milky Way. Black holes at the center of galaxies are not static hunters lying in wait for matter. They are mysterious and dynamic objects. At the end of 2019, the galaxy SDSS J1335+0730 suddenly began to shine brighter than ever before. The previously seemingly dead galaxy had become a true beacon in the sky. About 300 million light-years away from us, something happened that scientists couldn't explain. The galaxy in the constellation Virgo lit up brightly, and at first, nobody knew why. Can you imagine what it's like when something you thought was lifeless suddenly starts to glow? That's pretty much how it was for the scientists who witnessed this exceptional astronomical event. It was a bit like the lights suddenly coming on in a haunted house, and it turns out that the haunted house wasn't a haunted house at all. The researchers had been mistaken. The galaxy SDSS J1335+0730 was not dead after all, but highly active. Perhaps it had only been dormant. The active galactic nucleus suddenly began to shine brightly after possibly hundreds of years of inactivity. In fact, SDSS J1335+0730 suddenly became so bright that its behavior contradicted all known active galactic nuclei. It's not normal, the scientists said, and they struggled to figure out what caused this flare. An unprecedented phenomenon in the universe worries scientists. It can be truly shocking. Scientists called the ray phenomenon in the universe unprecedented, and the first work of the researchers was to compare the data collected within the survey. They found that SDSS J1335+0730 had been emitting much more light in the ultraviolet, optical, and infrared wavelengths since 2019. In February 2024, the galaxy began to produce additional X-ray radiation, making the phenomenon even stranger. Researcher Lorena Hernandez Garcia from the University of Valparaiso in Chile was the first scientist to offer an explanation for what might have happened. In her study, the astronomer reported certain activity from a previously quiet galactic core. In plain language, this could mean that we are witnessing the birth of a massive black hole. Another theory is that the black hole at the center of the galaxy, which probably weighs several million times the mass of our Sun, was just dormant and has now been awakened by a ray event. The sudden bright flash from the galaxy could be due to gas near the hole. Imagine how a gigantic gas cloud suddenly drifts past a dormant but hungry black hole like a tempting scent, and this stimulus suddenly activates the giant. Events like this are fascinating, and once again, we have to realize how little we really know about the many processes in our universe. Even our own Milky Way is still full of wonders, and every day, scientists explore new phenomena and discover new objects and connections. Nevertheless, the awakening of the galactic center of SDSS J1335+0730 represents an exceptional event because this process has never been observed before. Previous studies have shown evidence of inactive galaxies, and there are known cases in which a galactic core has woken up again after years of inactivity. However, this time, for the very first time, the awakening of a black hole could be observed in real time. And this galaxy was thought to have been inactive for hundreds or even thousands of years. To rule out other explanations, scientists are continuing to scour the survey data. They want to be sure that this event is really as unique as it appears. According to one alternative hypothesis, the phenomenon could also be related to the destruction of a star. Such a star would have slowly fallen into the black hole's gravity. At first, the event may have gone unnoticed, but as the star got closer and closer to the black hole, it was accelerated faster and faster. When the star crossed the so-called rush limit, the black hole began to pull it apart and dissolve it into spirals of gas. In the process, gas and plasma streams were heated to extremely high temperatures, causing the black hole's surroundings to glow. This radiation is particularly intense in X-ray and UV light and can be detected by instruments such as the Chandra telescope. The bright flash could therefore have been a kind of final stellar flash, a last glow before the star was pulled into the event horizon of the black hole and disappeared forever. Such spectacular tidal disruption events are rare, as only a specific trajectory and proximity can cause the destruction of a star. Researchers will have to determine whether this is perhaps the actual key to the extraordinary awakening in SDSS J1335+0730. The largest sky survey of all time, the survey used to observe the galaxy SDSS J1335+0730, is one of the most comprehensive sky surveys ever conducted. Using state-of-the-art instruments, this survey mapped millions of galaxies, quasars, and other cosmic objects in incredible detail across vast areas of the sky. Think of projects like these as a cosmic census, with each object observed being carefully classified and studied. A combination of optical, infrared, and X-ray data is used to get the most complete and comprehensive view of the universe possible. Sky maps like this are important for tracking the distribution and motions of known objects in the universe. Not only are researchers observing the dynamics of the observable universe, but another fascinating aspect of this survey is its ability to capture rare one-time events, such as the awakening of the black hole in this galaxy. This survey continuously monitors large areas of the sky over years so that changes, such as the sudden flare-up of inactive galactic nuclei, could be captured live for the first time. Based on the data, researchers can discover new phenomena, refine existing theories and astronomical models, and make further hypotheses about our universe. The sheer amount of data collected by the survey is overwhelming. It contains billions of data points, which are, of course, processed with machines and special algorithms these days. Computers can react to the smallest anomalies and movements that a human would never notice. Such a survey is much more than just a catalog of the universe. Projects like this are dynamic tools that provide astronomers with a direct link to real events in the universe. We are seeing some events that took place billions of years in the past, whose signals are now reaching us in real time. The data is collected with a 2.5-meter reflecting telescope located at the Apache Point Observatory in New Mexico in the United States. Nevertheless, the largest event of this kind is the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. On July 1, 2023, another mission was launched that will outshine all previous sky maps, Euclid. The latest space telescope from the ESA has started its mission and, placed directly in space, will provide us with the most precise sky map of all time. With a 1.2-meter primary mirror and state-of-the-art near-infrared spectroscopy and imaging, Euclid will scan the sky around the clock for at least 6 years, providing us with the most precise 3D map of the distribution of galaxies. Subscribe now and never miss a new video again.